So I have this long thin piece I'm going to use as molding on this birdhouse lamp here, and I'm going to sand it first and then attach it to areas like here and here and all over the whole lamp. So we'll see that in a minute. So before I put the molding on, I'm going to try and sand down this one side so this sits more flat. And I'm going to try and do it so it doesn't fall apart. Maybe like this, holding the sides here. Let's see how that goes. See how flat this sits. You take it to a flat surface and see if it worked. That's great. It worked beautifully. So now this is all flat. When I put a base on this, and I don't know what kind of base I'm going to use, it will all sit flat so it doesn't rock at all. Because again, when I to change out the light bulb, this whole thing is going to be removed from the base. I'll show you how I do that soon. So I'm going to start putting on the molding, and you can see it's lower here than it is here. So what I'll do is I'll start here, make a little mark, and make a cut right there. I'm also going to try and cut a 45 up there. Now I don't have a scroll saw with me. This would be perfect for that. I'm going to try and do this on the bandsaw. So I was able to cut it on the bandsaw. It's not the greatest of cuts, but it's not bad, and I should be able to use this. I'm just going to sand these down and then just see if it even fits in there. Yeah, that'll fit. And I'm gonna put it on with this crazy glue. And I think I'm gonna put the crazy glue here. Tip it. And spray this piece. Okay. Oops. Okay. And just hold it there for a few minutes. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to put a piece here. So, like so. Mark it to there. And cut that on the bandsaw. I'll be back in a minute. So this is my piece. It's going to go right in there, flush with this bottom. I think that'll look nice. I don't really need a molding there, but I can't put molding on one side and not on another. I don't think that would look good, even though I do need it on that side. Just cleaning up these ends so they look finished. And again with the glue. stick. This stuff is pretty amazing the way it just sticks almost instantly. Not quite. Okay, so now it's flush down here. You can see that past my hand. Flush there, and it's in a good position there. And that looks pretty decent. Okay. Might need to... This is going to be fragile. I mean, this is a thin material, but I'm not... I mean, once you set up the lamp, it doesn't really move a lot. Okay, so now let's look at this side. Do the same thing over here. Put a right angle up there, and then cut it. I think I can squeeze it in there. Cut it to there. All right, I'll cut that on the bandsaw. Okay, that is going to go in like that. Right. There's a little excess glue from before sticking up. I'm going to try and... Well, that looks like the only place that was holding this in. Alright, so I got to repair that before I do anything. Save that piece. Let's see. I'm going to glue this up. The nice thing about this process, this gets warm, by the way, in case you don't know about that. It's instant. I used to use hot glue, which worked, but you know, it's still fragile. I mean, this is all kind of fragile. There's some things where the hot glue dripped off. That came off pretty quickly. Not the hot glue, I'm sorry, the CA. And the accelerator. This is an accelerator. It's called an activator. When it bonds with CA glue, it's supposed to be an instant dry. It's pretty close to instant. So I like that effect. Okay, back to this section here. Put the glue on. Get rid of that thing. Spray the... What's going on there? Okay. I'm doing this obviously off camera. All right, get that in there. Okay. Oh, oops, that's not gonna work. Let's pull that back up if I can. Good. All right. Well, it's not a perfect fit up there at the peak, but again, everything is so irregular that that's what you end up with. Irregular stuff. I think I'm going to extend that. Okay, and I'm going to make this on a curve. All right, be right back. that over. Okay, that looks pretty good. This is going to be finished with probably a urethane of some kind, so it will darken this a little bit, not too much. Now this is oak and this is crepe myrtle, so it's naturally lighter than the oak, but I don't care if they don't match perfectly. What I care about is that it just looks decent. I will be putting molding here, maybe here, but I'm gonna finish the other side first. You can see I've got a really big gap there, and I don't know if I can even, let's see. Yeah, that's a really big gap, but it's, you know, it's really enough to close that. So I'm going to leave that like that. Mark that. And then I'm also going to take a measurement here. Again, 45 up there. Measurement here and to here. So I'll cut those two first. Okay, so I've got molding on this side and molding on this side, and I'm assuming this will all blend in once I put the urethane. You won't see these lines. So next, so now I have this. It's not rounded, so it's not like 3/4. So I'll sand this down and I'll put that here and I'll put it there. Yeah, it'll stick up a little. I don't care about that. But in the meantime, I have some drips from Crazy Glue, which I'm going to try and take off. Or maybe not. Let's see what the other side looks like. So I think I'll also put it there. So let's do this one first. Let's do the top ones. Let's see, I think it's about there. Okay. Okay. It fits in there nicely. Okay. Glue in there. Okay, there we go. It's also going to cover up that shim that I put in there, if you remember the last video. So I'm putting that stained area out. There we go. That stained side. Okay. And this is tape. That can be cleaned off with a goof off or something like that, so it's all nice. Okay, and I'll put there and there. I'm going to sand this down first. So these are different lengths. Like I said, everything's a little irregular. I'm going to face that out, face this out. So again, glue. And this is just, you know, final dressing, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, put that there and slide it into place. Hold it for a second. Try not to get your fingers in there because they will get stuck. Okay, again. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let me get some goof off and get that off. Okay, it's not goof off, it is goo gone. Goo gone, so let's try a little of that. Yep, took it right off. Okay, awesome. So I got this one cut, fits in there real nice. This is the opposite side. Some spray on that. Accelerator. You just drop that into place. That looks nice. Now I'll do this side and this side, and I'll be back when I do that. So that's that. This isn't great, but it's acceptable. The top is on there pretty good on all sides. I got the molding here, and molding there on this side. So try to get an idea. Imagine this is the base of this lamp. If I put this down like this, you see if I can show it to you by taking the camera off. If I put a piece of molding, let's say bigger than this, but if I put a piece of molding there, let's say this thick on the base, it will hold it in place from going this way and this way and this way and this way if I put it between these two pieces of molding, like up to that on this side and that side. So, you know, and I do it on the opposite side too. I do it on that side. I don't know if that makes sense. I'll show that to you when I get to it. But right now I want to clean this face off and put a urethane on it. And I'll put the urethane on this, and you shouldn't even see this mark from the glue here. So let's see how that looks. So I decided to use Danish oil on this. I'm just gonna drip it on, drizzle it on, and then use a brush. Oil. Now it will dry hard eventually, but in the meantime it's loose so I can manipulate it. That looks great. And I'm just going to keep flipping it and doing sides, underneath, all over. Anywhere there's wood. And this isn't going to be outside. I'm just doing this to bring out the quality and the richness in the wood, which I think is pretty nice looking. Let's do it this way. What's nice is those marks from the CA glue are disappearing, and that's wonderful. I want to see that stuff. Okay, that looks great. Take this, turn it on its side. Do this. Do these bottoms. Not that you're gonna see this, but why not? Okay, I'm gonna put this on its base and do these parts now. Okay. That hair from the brush off of there. Okay, that looks good. Close up the Danish oil and just take another look at this. That looks pretty decent. Ooh, got some hairs from the brush. I think that looks pretty good. Both sides look pretty good. And I think it's going to be pretty cool when we see the light. I think I'm going to try and touch that inside part. Some oil. Let's see how the other side looks. Yeah, I think I got this side already. Okay, that's secure. Nice.